From old to new, we're ice blasting my 30-year-old LandCruiser.
We're literally like unveiling the car, like revealing the car again. I can't get over it. It looks brand new. It's like it came out of the factory from Japan. All right, welcome back to Aussie Arvos. Now, last time you would have seen we gave the underneath of this car a lot of attention. We did suspension, we repainted the front diff, and while it's all looking pretty good, there's still a whole lot of dirt and grime under there that really needs attention paid to it. I don't want to give the whole top side of this car love, but forget about the underneath. So we're down here at Carbon Blast Dry Ice Blasting. Now, if you've heard about dry ice blasting, it's like magic. You can essentially turn the underneath of the car looking brand new again. So that's what we're hopefully going to do here today with the 80 series. So we'll get it in there, get up on the hoist, and we'll show you what we're working with. All right, so we're inside now, and I'm here with Matej. Now, he's kind enough to let me bring my filthy 80 series into his nice clean workshop to do some dry ice blasting. Now, dry ice blasting, what is it?
Basically, it's shooting pellets of frozen carbon dioxide at a surface. The pellets go from a solid directly into a gas. As they do that, they expand thousands of times, creating like mini explosions, if you want to call it that, which basically lifts the dirt, grime and grease off a surface without actually damaging the surface.
Yeah, that's the best part, because you can do painted stuff. So all our brand new suspension, painted diffs we just all did, it's not like sandblasting where it's going to strip the paint. It won't strip the paint, that'll all stay there. So it's like a really cool way to get into delicate spots and clean everything and end up with a really good result. So that's what we're going to do here today. We'll get the 80 up on the hoist. I'll show Matej what we're actually dealing with, because I think it'll be quite distressed on how filthy my car is. So hopefully we don't make the workshop too filthy, but yeah, I reckon let's get it up there and see what we're working with.
Sounds good.
All right, have a look. Is it the worst car you've seen?
Honestly, not as bad as you might think.
Really? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
not
good.
as bad as you might think. I've seen some patrols, much worse.
We tried to give it a bit of a high pressure clean, but like that's us hitting it with a high pressure hose and you'll see all the grime. It just doesn't come off.
No, in the back here, this stuff looks like it's stuck on. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I know. That's what all this stuff is like dirt and filth. Like, and look, I'm going to be right up front at the start of the video here. There's a number of oil leaks on this car, and I've got to get them fixed as soon as we get this cleaned, essentially, because otherwise they're all going to, you know, bring it back to this eventually. So once we get it all clean, we can sort of see where they're coming from, because we've got a few.
Man, good work on this diff though.
Yeah, you like it? Yeah.
It makes all the shiny parts look so good.
I know, yeah, it came up quite well, so we're pretty stoked with it. The way Liam and I were trying to clean everything with just like a wire brush, degreaser, and just going at it, but just you can't get in every little cranny. That's the issue. Like,
you can sit there scrubbing with a little toothbrush for till kingdom come, mate. It's not going to come out.
Yeah. That's basically the job we got to do. I guess now let's go look at some of the equipment that we're actually going to go and get this job done with. All right, so before we go and ruin Matej's workshop with mud and filth, I thought we'd go over some of the equipment we're actually going to be using, because I've never seen this stuff before and it's quite interesting. So you'll see this massive big green wheelie bin here is full of dry ice. So tell us a little bit about this dry ice, because this is very cold. Like, I've never seen it in person, but it's basically pellets, right?
Yeah, so these are dry ice pellets, and that's a solid form of carbon dioxide. Now these are, the temperature is negative 78 degrees Celsius. So very cold.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it is that it does what's called sublimation. So it goes from a solid directly into a gas, and there's no liquid form. So once this all melts, it's not like it's going to be full of water. It just dissipates into gas, and this empties over time. And of course, these are what we feed into our machine here. So this is our dry ice blasting machine. It's got a hopper. Feed them into there, and then that basically puts it into the air supply and shoots it out of this gun. This here is our air dryer. It just makes sure that we've got a moisture-free air supply, because if there's any moisture in the air, in the environment of this dry ice blasting machine, it may start to freeze up, and we don't want that.
Because essentially, end of the day, it's just the coldness of the dry ice and then it turning into a gas that's causing all the filth to come off whatever component you're spraying.
Well, yeah, there's two parts to the effectiveness. It's thermal shock, and it's also the process of sublimation. So going directly from the solid to the gas, expanding thousands of times and lifting off all the surface debris.
All right, sweet. Well, I guess we'll get dressed up, get ready, and get into getting this thing clean. I'm excited to see this. It's gonna be awesome. All right, so we're all masked up and we're about to start going over the car now. I'm gonna stand back a bit because I don't wanna get covered in it. But yeah, we're just gonna start hitting the spots, see the difference, see what it looks like, and then yeah, slowly go over the entire car. So without further ado, let's get into it. Wow, even just that, look at that.
Yeah, already.
I couldn't get over the rubber hose, just like instantly came back. So from here, it's pretty much just get dirty and just smash it out.
Seeing the dry ice process take place is extremely satisfying. It's almost like magic and how it can make everything look brand new.
My God,
Looks brand
that's
new.
incredible.
Literally looks brand new.
Literally looks brand new.
Like to do that with a wire brush and a grinder and wiping, that'd take you, just to do that one section, it'd take you like
Like it literally looks brand new.
yeah, that's crazy.
That's incredible. And like, it's hitting the plastic and it's doing no damage. All right, so up here, I think it's a fuel leak I had ages ago. It's just dirt and muck and it's really thick. So we're gonna hit it with the dry ice and see what difference it makes up here. You can see from that where we're heading with this. It's gonna be
brand new.
brand new, yeah, exactly. It's funny, some sections underneath, it's really easy to come off, like it just comes off in 2 seconds, but you'll see like under the gearbox, where it's obviously been leaking for a long time, and it's had heaps of years of grime. It does take a little bit more sitting in there, but what he's careful about doing is he doesn't want to leave the gun in the one spot for too long, because obviously it's putting, really cold temperatures on the steel, so you got to be careful about how long you go over each area for. Doing a good job, it's a long process, like it takes a lot of time, like I can see why he said come down for a couple of days here. I was like, oh, maybe it's done the day. It's like, nah, you want to do it properly, it'll probably take you a couple of days to do the entire car underneath. But yeah, pretty cool. We've actually even started bringing back the red of the body. How insane is that? Look at that. We're literally like unveiling the car, like revealing the car again, what's actually underneath. Like
That's
it's just been coated for 30 years under crud.
It's just incredible how much this stuff does to the car. And I was just thinking to myself, like, maybe it wouldn't end up like this if it got cleaned so regularly, but say like the previous owner of this car, being 30 years old, they might have been the sort of person that took it everywhere, never bothered to clean it. And so this stuff just builds up over and over and over. So now, if we can get it all cleaned back to brand new, put the coating on, and then, every time we go away in our cars, we wash them. There's no reason it shouldn't stay like clean like this if you keep up to it. Because I feel like the reason it gets so bad is because for years and ends, it just doesn't get cleaned. So.
Absolutely, and the coating is designed for easy maintenance, so a lot of the stuff doesn't even stick to it, and whatever does stick to it comes off really easily.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit there scrubbing
Yeah,
forever.
just at the pressure washer and off it comes, Yeah, I can't wait to see how it all cleans up. Like, can't wait to, as bad as it sounds, I'm keen to get it dirty and then clean it and see how it comes up.
Yeah. So to get to every single nook and cranny on the 80 series, obviously it's going to take a bit of time. Matej reckons he could do it in about a day, only because I've already done my front diff and everything, but obviously your mileage may vary depending on how filthy your car is, but 1 to 2 days, this thing should be looking brand new. All right, so it's the next day and we're back down here at Carbon Blast now. Matej's been working his absolute butt off getting the 80 series clean, getting it ready, because up next is getting its coating done. But let's get inside and see how it all cleaned up. I'm pretty excited to see it. How did it scrub up? Was it hard work getting it all off, or it came off pretty good?
It was a lot dirtier than it looked, I'll be honest, and made a big mess of the workshop, but it came up really well and really good considering its age.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's go inside and take a look. Oh God. It's already looking spotless from here. It looks like we painted the rear diff. Holy oh my God. It looks brand new. Jesus.
There's things under here that I don't know even existed.
I thought it'd be good, but bloody hell, you've done a good job here. Jesus, this is incredible. This belongs in a museum now. Holy crap, this is insane. I can't get over how there's not a speck of dirt on this car underneath. Not a speck. You run your hands everywhere. You could eat off it. And even the spots where I think there's no way he's gonna get up here. Nah, all rubber hoses all done. Like every bit, you've got in everywhere.
I don't think I've ever seen so much grease on the underside of a car. That was,
That's why there's no rust.
yeah,
Yeah, probably.
That's probably why, actually.
Oh, you've done so good.
Yeah, if you think this is impressive with the coating, it'll look even better. It brings it up to another level.
Yeah.
A lot of these imperfections that you can see, they'll all be hidden. It'll all be more of a uniform color.
Right. Yep.
And everything will be shiny.
Yep. Even look up here, Liam. Look at all the electrics. These are all the electrics for the fuel tanks, the solenoids. They look brand new. Like, look at it all.
You couldn't see that before.
You couldn't see it all.
I didn't even know those existed.
And that's something, these were just covered in filth. And that's something too, you wouldn't want to spray water in there. Like a high pressure jet, like you probably wouldn't want to spray it, but because it's dry ice, you can spray electronics. And look at that. Like it's just, looks brand new. Like it's insane. But obviously, we still got the coating to do, which is going to be like the cherry on top and make everything pop. So I guess that's the next thing we've got to get onto. All right, so with the ice blasting done under the car and with it all clean, it's time to put on our coating. Now, this is, Matej's been telling me about this stuff. What is it? Why are we using it?
All right, so this is IGL Aegis.
Yeah.
It's a clear 2-pack graphene-infused anti-corrosion industrial coating, and it's the only coating of its kind on the market. What makes it unique is that it provides the highest levels of corrosion protection without the need for primers and without having heavy metals or toxins. It's also hydrophobic and resistant to dirt and grime.
So a lot of the elements should just roll off this stuff, essentially, when you go on the road, like water and all that should just roll off, or make it a lot easier to clean.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So why do you guys choose to use the Aegis product? Is it something about the chemicals in it? What makes it different?
Yeah, well, when compared to other products for 4x4 undercarriage protection, IGL Aegis is ISO manufactured and ASTM validated. So it's a coating that's developed to compete with products that are used in oil, gas and mining, not for unregulated markets. So what does the ASTM testing mean? Basically, it allows for an apples to apples comparison. So for example, you've got lanolin, which under ASTM tests lasts for 312 hours in salt spray testing. In the same tests, IGL Aegis lasts for over 6,000 hours. Basically, what that means is if you've got lanolin on your car and it lasts a year, in those same conditions, in that same environment, IGL Aegis will last over 19 years, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah, crazy. That's basically just outlived the car.
Yeah, pretty much. Some cars it will,
Yeah, okay. So with all that said, what does it actually mean for someone coming in wanting to get this coating done? What are they going to see? What performances are they going to see out of this that's going to, make the car last longer, hopefully?
So if the coating is correctly applied with the correct prep, this clear coat will outlast any others on the market. It'll make the car much easier to keep clean, maintain, and being transparent, it allows for early detection of corrosion. So you can go in and make the repairs, get the coating touched up at a low cost, as opposed to something like a black bitumen coating, which you see a lot of, where it covers everything. So if you've got corrosion underneath, you're not going to find out till you've got a hole in your chassis, and that is an expensive fix.
Yeah, 100%. I just like the transparent look too. I think it looks nice being on the car and still keeping everything a factory look
absolutely.
while having that protection. So
exactly. That's why at Carbon Blast we've chosen this coating. Dry ice blasting, it gets your car underside as clean as possible, and IGL Aegis keeps it that way.
Yeah. All right, so we'll get this coating all mixed up now, and then we can start spraying it on the car.
Once the coating has been applied, it takes a couple of days to fully cure, so we came back later in the week to see the final result.
Oh, she's looking shiny. Oh, awesome. I'm surprised how well that rear diff came up, considering we didn't paint the rear diff, and you just put that coating on, and it looks brand new.
It's reflective. You can almost do your hair in it.
You're right when you said it makes it pop, like it's sort of that bit that just adds to it.
And especially considering this is what, a 33-year-old car, something like that.
Oh, exactly right. It looks like it rolled out of the Toyota factory.
Such a result.
So with the coating, obviously it's going to make it, it's obviously going to protect it a lot more, but it's also going to make it a fair bit easier to clean, which that's the key. Once you get it all this clean, you don't really want it going back. So
yeah, it's super easy to maintain, and it'll stay shiny, and it'll keep looking showroom condition even through all these tough conditions.
Yeah. What's crazy is we haven't added any paint here. We've just put on a coating on this rear diff, and it's made the whole thing look like it's been painted, like it's all black. So how is it actually doing that?
Well, the great thing about the IGL Aegis is they've made it slightly tinted black. So because it's only a slight tint, you can still see all the colors, all the
Yeah, all
springs,
suspension, yeah.
the sticker there.
Yeah.
But being that slight black tint,
Yeah.
it makes everything just pop. All the blacks pop more, which is what gives it that amazing look.
Yeah. So it does mean like if your car is old, you still can get away with like if you couldn't for some reason couldn't paint a lot of your under suspension components or they weren't new, with this coating, it can make it look brand new.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
pretty
this
cool.
is a 30-year-old diff, and
Yeah.
you know it's still
We've done nothing
looks
to it.
fantastic.
We've
Yeah.
just pretty much dry blasted it and put a coating on it. Looks like we painted it.
That's it.
Which is pretty crazy. The car has already started to leak in Matej's workshop, but the good thing about it all being clean is I can spot exactly where the weeps are coming from, but definitely I'm gonna get these fixed. Don't worry about it. The car's not gonna end up grubby again. Matej, somehow in a week you managed to reverse 30 years of neglect and filth on this car, and to see it what it is today, looking like it drove out of the factory yesterday, it's incredible. So huge thank you for letting us come down here and do this, because it's something that I really didn't know that much about ice blasting. Like I've seen it on TikTok a couple of times, but I didn't think it was like a proper service that's sort of taken off. And the fact that you can come down to a shop, get it done locally in a couple of days, and end up with results like this, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, a lot of people's dream four-wheel drives are now 30 years old. And to be able to get this kind of result and that kind of reaction is it's why we started why we started Carbon Blast in the first place. And thank you guys so much. Thank you, Paddy, Aussie Arvos, Leon, for you know letting us be a part of this project and this build. And it's something that's really special, and we really can't wait for the finished product.
Oh, it's going to be so
amazing.
good.
So
Yeah,
excited.
yeah. So you guys, if you're looking to get your car, you know, restored, or you got a brand new car that you want to get coating done to it, Carbon Blast, Matej's your man to come to. Like seriously, in Melbourne, he's down here in Epping. He's got a whole workshop set up so you can leave your car with him. He'll sort it all out for you. You got Instagram, website, what are your socials?
Carbon Blast.
Yeah.
That's it. Instagram, Facebook. There's links on to our website there as well, so you can see some of the other work.
I think, like, from what I hear, Carbon Blast is pretty much one of the only places in Melbourne that does it, especially with floor beads, because no one wants to deal with that amount of filth we put on the floor here. So definitely hit up Matej, hit up Carbon Blast. I'm really excited to see how you guys go and grow the business, because you've got an awesome thing going on here, man. I'm blown away. So
Thank you so much.
anyway, thanks for watching so much, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, get subscribed, and we'll see you all in the next one.